All right, welcome back to Championship Rounds. You know, I know it's been a while, took some weeks off of the NFL season. I'm finally at a place where I feel comfortable giving you guys my picks for you to potentially bet on, because I actually won a little bit of money last week. Not a lot, but a little bit of money, better than what I've been doing. You know what I mean? So I'm back on the horse. You know what I mean? I've got everything going toward the winning ways again. And so we're back. Championship Rounds. As always, like, share, comment, subscribe. And I got two of the homies with me to share our picks. And I plan on keeping it funky with you guys and keep cashing in going forward. But without further ado, I've got the two. That's Chad and Eric. What's up, fellas? No living the dream this time, Eric? Or?
Living the dream.
Oh.
It's been a rough dream today, so.
All right, looks like you switched devices. What's that about? Yeah, all right. Well, no big deal. We got you on here, so no living the dream this time. You guys are doing all right. Thanks for joining me today. Let's go ahead and get started and get through this. The first game is actually this evening. Yes, Thursday night football. That's going to be the Denver Broncos against the Cleveland Browns. Chad, it's been a while since you've been on. I'm going to let you go ahead and kick off with this one. How do you got this one playing out?
Man, I say with the Cleveland Browns losing Baker Mayfield, I think it's time for the Denver Broncos to get back on track. I mean, they were never a 3-0 team. I mean, should never have been undefeated. It's just one of them things. But I think going against, the backup quarterback here, it should be able to get them back on track. Cleveland Browns going to get that running game, hand it off, and that's what the Broncos should be prepared for. I mean, the Broncos, their defensive line, their front seven's kind of weak, other than Von Miller, but when you really don't have a quarterback that you have to worry about, you only got a game plan around the run game, I mean, you should be able to figure it out.
All right, so with that being said, clearly you're going with the Cleveland Browns?
I think I'm going to go Denver Broncos on this one.
Okay, so when you said a bounce back game, you mean Teddy Bridgewater is going to come in here because when he was there is when they were undefeated. He got hurt, they started losing. Obviously, he came back last week. They still got beat. They still took the L. You know what I mean? So you're saying he bounces back and not Baker.
Well, Baker's out. You got a backup quarterback in this one. Baker's out.
Oh, he is. Oh, I didn't know he was out. You know what I mean? I guess I wasn't
Baker's
prepared
for
for this one.
Baker's out for tonight. Going against a backup quarterback, I mean, all Cleveland's really going to be able to do is run. You don't have to fear that pass at all. Not that you ever had to fear Baker Mayfield's passing game anyways, but...
Right. Easy, I give it to you.
I think they take this one for sure.
All right.
Yeah, I mean, definitely don't think it's going to be a high-scoring affair on it. Definitely not the most prolific offenses, especially, like I said, without Baker, but... still think Cleveland's the better team. I'll go with them in this one, but definitely wouldn't put that much money on it for sure.
How do you two feel
this
about?
One you might want to stay away from.
How do you two feel about? Even though Baker Mayfield's out, Vegas has Cleveland still as a favorite in this one. Is that a slap in the face to Bridgewater and company? How you guys feel about that?
I think it's a pat on the back to Cleveland's run game and Cleveland's defense. I mean, Cleveland's run game is almost second to none.
I mean, they're no Tennessee Titans, but Eric, what do you think about that? And I know you picked Cleveland, so I mean, do you concur?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, I mean they that's what they paid the big bucks for, is that you make calls like this on it in Vegas, and they did their research. I feel confident in that. It's still a better team all in all with Cleveland. It's not just the quarterbacks against each other, obviously. So I mean, you got to give a nod to the rest of the players out there. So.
All right. Well, I'm not I'm not going to let the viewers, you know what I mean? I'm not going to make them chomp at the bit any longer. I'm going to go ahead and reveal who wins here. Yes, Denver wins. The better quarterback wins 9 times out of 10. The better quarterback on the field will be Teddy Bridgewater. I think their defense is sound. I think they've played everybody tough. And I think Cleveland is a team that underachieves historically. They don't win the big games. You know, you can call Pittsburgh last year twice in a row a big game, but it really wasn't. That team was declining and in a shell of what they were when they started. The age really showed in that team. So yes, who gets the dub tonight on prime time? That's the Denver Broncos, and I believe, dare I say it, the Georgia man, Teddy Bridgewater.
No, Teddy Bridgewater wasn't that I want to say a Louisville Cardinal.
I mean, I know Stafford was a Say again. No, he definitely wasn't a Louisville Cardinal, but we don't have to keep
that helmet.
Yeah, it's fine. We don't have to spend too much time on that. Again, E picks the Cleveland Browns, Chad picks the Denver Broncos, and I'm also rocking with the Denver Broncos. Let's move on to the 1 o'clock games Sunday afternoon. First one that I'm going to cover is the New York Jets versus the New England Patriots. Eric, go ahead and take this one away.
I mean, I fucked up and picked the Jets the last time in this matchup. I believe this is their second matchup already this season. And, I mean, I think Zach Wilson threw like 5 picks. I know they've got a win. They've been playing a lot better as of late. But, yeah, no, I'm not going to make the same mistake twice. I'll go ahead and take the Patriots at this point. Bill Belichick against rookie quarterbacks. You know, same story over and over again.
I think there's a lot of spite in that pick when you made it, but I'll give it to you, Chad. What do you got here?
I concur. I'm going to go with the Patriots defense on this one. I mean, there's no way Bill Belichick, let the division rival, come in there and beat him. Like, there's no way. I think they're at New York, though. No, they're in Foxborough. Yeah, there's no way that Bill Belichick's going to let some rookie quarterback just come into his house and just show his defense. So I'm going to take the Patriots defense on this one for sure.
Well, guys, I mean, yeah, exactly. Pretty damn easy. I mean, these guys already came into their house, you know what I mean, kicked open the front door, knocked up the daughter, went out the window, exited the window with the television set. So they're not going to let them come back and reclaim these things. New England wins here. Bill Belichick wins here. And I'm just going to keep it short and sweet because that's all I got to say about that. Anybody got anything to add to that? All right. There we go. On to the next game. We're gonna keep this the New York teams alive because the New York Football Giants are playing the Carolina Panthers. New York, obviously the underdog here. Chad, it's on you. You're first.
I mean, I think these two teams are kind of the same. Like. You got 2 dominating running backs, which I think Christian McCaffrey's still out. Saquon Barkley, he's always injury prone as well. With this one, I'm just going to go with the better quarterback and say Daniel Jones. Man, I don't know about this one. I don't know.
Yikes. But you are going to go with the New York Football Giants here.
Yeah, we can go.
I mean, that's fine, bro. If you want to pub up your weak-ass division, that's fine, to make what you guys are actually doing look a little better going down the road. I understand that. So, I respect your pick. You're going with the Giants. Hey, games aren't played on paper. The boys got to show up and, suit up and get the job done. Eric, what you got?
Yeah, I mean, these are 2 terrible teams right now, which is surprising because the way the Panthers started the season. But you've spoken on the strength of scheduling at the beginning when they started off plenty of times before, and I know they were going up against some inferior competition, but yeah, ever since Christian McCaffrey's been out, they were trying to ride with them for on the bench. They said that they weren't going to put him on IR because they didn't want him to be out for 3 weeks, and then they just put him on IR this last week, so he's out for at least 3 more games. So, but yeah, man, I'll go with Carolina in this one. they look like the better team sometimes, as long as Sam Darnold doesn't turn the damn ball over. But that's asking a lot of them, it seems like. So I'm gonna begrudgingly go with the Carolina Panthers in this one.
All right, fellas. In this one, which is obviously a battle of mediocrity as far as the quarterback is concerned. So I'm just gonna keep this one also short and sweet, because the Giants, if they know anything, those motherfuckers know how to lose. All right. And they've been doing a lot of that this season. You know, Carolina might have started hot. Not really started hot, but they started undefeated. You know, they haven't had Christian McCaffrey, as you guys have both mentioned. But they're just the better football team here. So I'm going to go ahead and say Carolina goes into New York and comes away victoriously. So any of you got anything else to add to this one before we push on?
I'm keeping this one off my betting card, though.
I wouldn't blame you, buddy. I would not. All right. Let's move on to one of the better games of the week. You got the Kansas City Chiefs. They're going in there, and they're going to the Music Damn City, okay? With Derrick Henry in the gang. All right, I'm gonna go with you on this one first, Easy E. What you got on this one?
Man, I want to say that the fucking Titans are going to fall short on this, because they just had such a huge game against the Bills. That was a nail biter. That was a really good game. But the Chiefs' defense is the trashiest shit in the league right now, and I definitely don't see them having anything. They're allowing over 7 yards of play. Yikes. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and say that the Titans are just gonna run roughshod on these motherfuckers, and it's gonna be a sub 500 season right now for the Chiefs, because they're definitely getting 3-4.
All right, to you, Chad. What you got?
Yeah, right now the Kansas City Chiefs can't stop running water. You know, they can't do anything. They think they're about to handle Derrick Henry. And also just read that Julio Jones and Tyreek Hill, the availability of them is questionable. I think the Chiefs are in trouble going into Tennessee this week. Big trouble.
Well, I mean, what does that mean for Julio on the other side of the ball? You think that the Tennessee Titans are going to make do without Julio, their hot new acquisition? He hasn't really been doing much.
Brown out there. I mean, they still have that beast in the backfield.
Right.
I see about 50 carries for Derrick Henry for 240 yards. You know?
3 more touchdowns. Fuck it.
Yeah, 3 more touchdowns.
Fuck it. You know.
Yeah.
Chiefs are in trouble.
So you guys are both going with Tennessee here, correct?
Yes, sir.
Elvis Presley is rolling in his grave. I don't really know what that means, but I'm going to give you my pick now. It's easy to say that, you know what I mean, Tennessee is going to win here because, as your brother would say, Eric, Chris would say, Kansas City's damn near lost every game they've played this year. That's what he said. All right, so whatever. They're playing a lot of teams close. All right, Tennessee's the same. They've been playing a lot of people close. And Kansas City's got a good damn offense. You know what I mean? But the elephant in the room here, all right? The elephant in the room is that rushing attack. Will that rushing attack be sustainable enough to dominate time and possession, keep Patrick Mahomes and company off of the field, and when you let him on the field, the defense be good enough to play good field position, you know what I mean? Pin him deep, have him crawling up out of their territory. Will that happen? This is a tough game to pick. This is probably a game that I would advise to keep off of your parlay. I don't know how this is going to go. I mean, I'm with you guys. Derrick Henry, and I know I've used this analogy on unreleased shows, Eric, but I'm releasing this one. So here it comes again. Derrick Henry, as you saw against the Bills, drug his nuts across the chin of every person associated with the Buffalo Bills, from the players on the field to little Timmy in the nosebleeds with the foam finger. Okay? He did that. Will he have a repeat performance this week? I think so. He's in stride. Look, he started out slow out of the gates, but if you look at his numbers thus after, whatever you want to, however you want to say it, he's been over 100 yards every time out. And only one of those 100-yard games did he not score a touchdown. other wins multiple. So yes, I think they do control time of possession. I think they will be multifaceted, more or multidimensional more than what the Chiefs will bring to the table, and I think that will be telling when the final score is rendered. Anybody got anything else to add before we move on?
Yeah, I mean, you talked about the Chiefs barely winning or playing every game close and shit like that on it. They definitely
I
got
said your
dog
brother.
walked. Yeah, but they definitely got dog walked by the Buffalo Bills, who couldn't ink it out against the Titans last week. So if that's any barometer of it.
And the Chiefs aren't a team to play close games. That's how the Tennessee Titans are built, to win close games. Run the ball, grind it down, keep the games close. That's their recipe for success. That isn't the Chiefs' recipe for success. Their recipe for success: get out there, spread the field, bomb it out, blow teams out. So I mean,
yeah, I've seen them make many comebacks from being down and then making it look not even close after they're done with what they're doing. So I see what you're saying.
Spread it out, bomb it out, blow teams out. This is not their recipe for success.
All right, so we're all going Tennessee here. Yes, the Kansas City Chiefs couldn't eke it out against the Bills. You know what I mean? But the Bills couldn't eke it out against the Steelers. We're moving on. Washington football team, Green Bay Packers. Apparently, Aaron Rodgers has been a shareholder of the Chicago Bears since his inception into the league. I don't remember whose turn it is for this one, but go ahead, take off one of you. Washington football team, Green Bay Packers.
I don't think the Redskins have anything for the Packers. I think, after that loss that Green Bay took early in the year, Aaron Rodgers kind of showed everyone, I am the man around here. Y'all need me. I think that was kind of his statement game to get blown out, was him making a statement. Ever since then, they're 5-1 now. I think they steamroll the Redskins. Redskins secondary is not ready for, what the Packers are about to bring to them.
Yeah, I mean the Packers. My problem with them is that I feel like they are way too reliant on Davante Adams. Like, they live and die by the sword with him on it. They really don't have another trick on that pony. But the Washington football team was supposed to be a top 5 defense. They're a bottom 5 defense. So you don't really need another trick to beat them. That one will do, I think. So I'm gonna go ahead and pick the Packers in this one as well.
Well, this is kind of an easy one to pick, huh? Would you guys say that?
Yes.
I'd say that.
Okay. Unless you're scared of, unless you got a lot of faith in Tyler Heineke or whatever their quarterback's name is, to come out there and just light him up.
No, I don't have faith in Heineke. I don't. So that answers that. But let's see here. You guys got Green Bay. I'm also going with Green Bay. It's no surprise. It's no secret. Davante Adams. Yes, they do rely on him a lot. They put him in the slot. They put him out wide. You know what I mean? He's very versatile, and they go to him a lot. It's gonna be madness. I mean, you were absolutely right when you said, whichever one of you said, Aaron Rodgers made a statement in week 1. Hey, I could just say fuck it. You know what I mean? But now I'm gonna show you what I can do. Been undefeated since. Asterisk in week 2. Definitely should have lost. Won't go into that. But been undefeated since week 2. Been undefeated, and I think they keep that going because Chase Young and the Washington football team defense, they talk a good game, but they wouldn't bust a grape in a fruit fight. All right, because they ain't nearly as good as what they are built to be, and they're gonna look like more of that come someday. Yeah. So Aaron Rodgers and the Packers get this one done. They improved to 6-1. Sorry about my dog. He's looking out of the window or something.
And my thing is, everyone knows they're going to throw the ball to Davante Adams. Why can't stop it? Is Davante Adams really that damn dominant that I'm getting the ball, and you still can't stop me from getting the ball?
I don't think it's that they can't stop him. It's just nobody's perfect. They're going to fuck up once or twice a game at least on it, and that's when those big plays are happening. They do it. He's going to beat his guy off the line and get some short stuff here and there. But if you're watching the games, like, there's a couple times a game where he just lays some nasty like triple move on a guy while Rodgers is scrambling out and just leaves the dude and his ankles laying on the ground behind him, and there's just the safety over the top can't do nothing about it. I mean, it's just that simple with it on him. He's going to beat him eventually, and Aaron Rodgers look for him when it happens. Plus, that Packers secondary is one of the tops in the league on passing yards allowed, so they're not giving up plays on that end with Jair Alexander and Darnell Savage and Adrian Amos and them. So it's really working out good for them now after that mulligan they took in week against the Saints.
Mulligan. All right, so down the board, Champ Rounds lock. Green Bay Packers get this one done. If you bet against the Packers, yeah, exactly. Throw that one in your parlay. That's a sweetener, guys. A sweetener, you know what I mean? And it's not artificial flavor either. Let's move on. We're going to Miami, you know what I mean? And we got the Falcons and the Dolphins here. What a piss poor year for both of the franchises. At least Atlanta has 2 wins on their record. To you, Chad, who you got?
I think I'm going to go with the Falcons. They're coming off their bye week. You know, Matt Ryan looked really good the last 2 weeks, you know, prior to the bye week. I just don't think the Dolphins have really anything for them. They're in Miami. I don't know. I'm just taking a guess just because Matt Ryan looked really good and they're coming off a bye week. You know, you got 2 weeks to prepare for this bum quarterback that the defense have thrown everything into. I think he's done for. Going with the Falcons all day.
It's still Jacoby Brissett back there, right?
Nah, Tua's back in.
Yeah, Tua's back in.
The ribs are healed enough for them to cart him out there.
He didn't play last week though, did he?
Jaguars to give the L.
No, he didn't play last week.
Okay.
Yeah, Tua played last week.
He did?
Yeah.
Well, that game was in London, dude. That's the only game I didn't watch because I didn't wake up early enough to watch that game. You know what I mean? So I didn't even know if he played or not, to be honest.
Yeah, no, he was out there last week.
All right, and then they got the L still. So, but go ahead. Who you got? Who you got in this one?
Well, I'm not taking the team that's fresh off the loss to the 20 losses in a row Jaguars or whatever, the team that got that streak broken. Couldn't have said it better myself off the bye week and shit. The rested up Falcons. Yeah, definitely a better team, better quarterback, better receivers. Miami's receiving core has been banged up. They were missing their top 3 receivers last week. The rookie Jalen Waddle went out there and got a couple of touchdowns and looked good, but that was against the Jaguars. So, you know what I mean? Like, it is what it is. But definitely I'll take the Falcons in this one. NFC South teams, we always play strong. So, you know, I'll give them that.
All right, both of you guys going with the veteran quarterback, Matt Ryan, the Boston College man. Yeah, I'm also going to hop on the bandwagon with you guys here and go with the Falcons. I'm not saying Matt Ryan's going to look like vintage Matt Ryan on Sunday, but he's definitely going to look way better than his opponent, the guy on the other side, if you will. Tua, I just think he came in as a rookie. He made some big plays. He got some buzz because of his big plays and the record that they happened to attain. But I don't feel like his style of play is sustainable. I don't feel like he has the stature of a quarterback to stand in there and make those throws and take the hit, and because he's gonna try to take off. And with that being said, I don't think the Miami Dolphins make enough plays to beat the Falcons because I think they just play way cleaner football and they get it done. But you know what I mean. This could be a game if the Miami Dolphins are going to win some more games this year. I mean, which I'm sure they're going to get at least 1 or maybe 2 with Tua back. I mean, he's won some games. You know what I mean already. So this could be one of those games. I mean, Atlanta's not world beaters, but I am going to pick them to beat the Dolphins. Anybody got anything to add? All right.
Summed it up.
Sorry, I went.
Matt Ryan to Kyle Pitts going to be a difference.
Kyle Pitts. Matt reminds me of Jason Pitts from The Game. He was so cheap. Anyways, let's move on. Going to Baltimore. The Bengals, the Ravens. Easy E.
Man, this ought to be a damn good game. Division rivals. Not a better connection outside of maybe Aaron Rodgers and Devontae Adams in the league right now as there is with Joe Burrow and Jamar
CeeDee Lamb back to
Chase.
Prescott.
Been playing, but they've been playing their asses off. So this ought to be a good one. Just got to give the nod to the more veteran team in this one, playing at home with Baltimore. They definitely been playing really good, but could definitely see this going either way. But I'll give the nod to the Ravens on this one. What was that cough? I didn't catch that.
Dak Prescott, CeeDee Lamb. Damn, just throw them on the bus.
Look at the numbers.
Hey, take it easy. Take it easy. They don't play this week. So,
in all fairness, Dak's got more weapons than just that, so this might be spreading it around a little more than what the Burrow is or whatnot on it. Might be the reason.
I'm gonna need you both. I'm gonna need you both to release Dax Johnson and talk about this game. So Cincinnati, Baltimore. You just picked Baltimore. Who you got, Chad?
Man, I'm gonna go with Cincinnati. You know, I just think the pass attack. Joe Burrow. I mean, he came in the league. It just shows how good the league is going to be for the years to come, with all these nice young quarterbacks coming up. They got receivers like Chase coming up. Their defense, top 10 tier defense, I just see them. Baltimore has had to squeak a lot of games out. Like, they had to beat the Lions on the longest field goal in the NFL history. It's just, I don't think the game's going to stick around to be that close for them to be able to squeak this one out. I got the Bengals.
I do want to add, though, we talked earlier about how the Chiefs weren't built to play like close games like that, and that the Titans were. And I definitely want to point out that this is what Baltimore's, designed to do, is to squeak out close games with their running game and shit. That's why I was giving them the nod on that.
But squeaking it out with the longest kick in NFL history, I mean, that's a little bit more than squeaking out.
Hey, if you're going to have somebody kick it, Justin Tucker's that guy. I'll squeak it out with him anytime on it. He's got the leg.
But that was only one of the games. I mean, that's only one of the games they've won. They're 5-1. I mean, Baltimore. So okay, you're picking Cincinnati, Chad, and you're with Baltimore. I'm gonna also go Baltimore here. I just think their rushing game mixed with the occasional deep threat passes down the field. You know what I mean? If they can actually catch him, I just think Lamar Jackson has the ability to. He just changes the game. You know what I mean? He just changes the game, and a team like Cincinnati is susceptible to that big play capability. You know what I mean? So, and it's not like they've been blowing a lot of teams out either. They had to work, but they eventually put away the Lions too, and made it look easy. This is in Baltimore. Baltimore's undefeated at home. They're gonna stay undefeated. Anybody got anything else to add?
Yeah, I mean, I agree with my guy on it, though, too, that it could just wait for Cincinnati. I mean, Baltimore's secondary has been banged up all season. They still have the most players on IR, and that deep ball could burn them in the end on it. But it should be a really good game.
I agree.
Looking forward to seeing this game.
100%. All right,
without
moving
my
right
Cowboys
along.
playing this week.
They don't play this week. I mean, I don't even know why we've mentioned them twice already. All right. Anyways, we got this is the first game of the Sunday evening games, the 4:00 games. You got the Eagles, Jalen Hurts and company against the Las Vegas Raiders. That'd be Derek Carr and company. The Raiders with the new head coach. I guess Chucky's out of there. I think it's to you, Chad. What do you got on this one? Look, Raiders still look good.
I mean, with everything the Raiders been going through last week, they still came out. They performed. They're in Las Vegas. I think they're going to show, that, even amidst all the, the John Gruden scandals and all this and all that, they're still focused on football. And I look for the Raiders to take this one away, for sure.
Yeah. Their pass rushers looked solid this season. Darren Waller, he's one of those like Devontae Adams, or he was talking about earlier, where they know they're throwing him the ball. The guy still gets open enough times and just eats up receptions all game long, and they can't do nothing about it. it's one of those. Usually, when shit like that happens with the head coach, they galvanize against the team galvanized together around the replacement coach, and at least puts up a few admirable performances in his honor, to start it off. So yeah, I give this to the Raiders. Jalen Hurts rushing around on it though might give them a little bit of fits. Their defense is decent in Philadelphia, but it's just one of those things with teams going out west and stuff like that, and traveling a lot on it. I feel like I just give a narrow and little edge to the Raiders in this one and give them the nod.
All right, so you guys are both silver and black for this game.
Michael Strong to be
Begrudgingly,
proud.
say again.
I said Michael Strong to be proud.
Quit lying on me. Anyways, I begrudgingly, I'm also silver and black on this one. The Eagles do have a decent defense, and Jalen Hurts is a functionable quarterback, but they just don't have the weapons. They don't have the production offensively, so they don't really put up a lot, you know what I mean, on average as far as NFL teams are concerned. They're on the lower end. I think we can all agree to that. Well, with that being said, Darren Waller is playing like GK should be playing, how GK played. You know what I mean? GK was the man, you know what I mean? He's looking like they knew that the ball was going to GK. George Kittle, if you to the late person. Listen, that's what Waller's playing like. They're just, like you said, Eric, they know he's going to get the ball. They're throwing it to him. And Jacobs in the backfield is a very, very capable of big plays. Crosby is going to get a hold of Jalen Hurts. I mean, he's tremendous. He's playing great. They've got some big time players on both sides of the ball, and that's why they win the close games and they win the games that they should win. I know they had the blunder, but every team stumbles. You know what I mean? There's only one team that's undefeated. And they're going to have their day when they see San Fran again. But we'll get to that. Again, I'm going with the Raiders. They just got the weapons, and I think they got the better quarterback, and they're a team that can really make a playoff run this year. Anybody got anything to add?
But I do want to say I don't think they're as good as their 4-2 record, though. It's a little misleading, but hey, they are still 4-2.
I don't think they make the playoffs either.
No.
All right. I mean, there's a lot of football to be played. You guys could be absolutely correct. But moving on, how hurt would Michael Strong be? Anyways. All right, got the Detroit Lions at plus 700 against the 11-25 Los Angeles Rams, 5-1. Go ahead, Eric. I see you wanted to take off. Go ahead.
Jared Goff gets his revenge in this game. Yeah, fucking right, man. Yeah, 11-25 favorites on it. You lost me at the fucking Lions on it. Like, get the fuck out of here. Aaron Donald, they're going to penalize him for what he does to fucking Jared Goff in this game. It's going to be disrespectful. There's no way the Rams lose this. The only question on here is how many points they fucking blow them out by. Definitely taking the Rams by a landslide.
If the over under for sacks was 7, how would you take the over or the under?
Man, if it was like tackles for loss, I think they're going to try to run it, and they're going to be smashing running back in the backfield a lot too on it. 7's a big number, but if you put a gun to my head, I'd pick that motherfucker for sure.
Go ahead, Chad.
I mean, he pretty much said it all. I mean, what more is, I mean, when you're 11-25 favorite, I mean, what more? I mean, can we just get on to the next game?
I agree. Obviously, we're all going with the favorite Rams here that actually have one of the best records in the best division in football. They're in there with the undefeated. They're in there with the undefeated Arizona Cardinals. They're in there, with Seattle Seahawks, Russell Wilson and company, and they're in there with the 2021 NFL champions. So, anyways. Yeah, we're all sitting here going with the Rams, and rightfully so. If you pick otherwise, I would only even put this in a parlay as just to bump my money up a little bit. Just bump your money up a little bit with this one. Bump it up. You know what I mean? Tap it in. All right, next game. The previously mentioned Arizona Cardinals, and they are playing the Houston Texans. Go ahead, Chad. Yeah, this is a plus 850 versus a minus 1500 here. I can't hear you. I can't hear you. Eric, talk. I can't hear you.
There's no mic.
Am I good?
Yeah.
Nope, I heard him.
All right, my bad.
So just to get back into it, yeah, you got the plus 850 Houston Texans against the minus 1500 undefeated Arizona Cardinals. Yeah, that's Kyler Murray and company against who gives a fuck at quarterback and the Houston Texans. So go ahead and take off.
That way.
Come on. These guys aren't winning. Come on, Vegas has got this right. But go ahead, guys.
And this is one of the only. There's probably 3 games this week I feel really comfortable, putting bets on, and this is definitely one of them. If anyone bets on Houston, even taking the points, I mean, they're getting 17.5 points. I mean, I wouldn't even take them with the points. I mean, it's going to get ugly. It's going to get ugly quick, and I just hope the Texans quarterback makes it out all right.
Well, I mean, Jalen Mills went to Stanford. He's smart enough to probably get out of the way, I hope, most of the time. But that's his only hope. Because even Obi-Wan can't help him on this one. But yeah, no, it's a wrap. The Chandler Jones. I mean, he's going to be hearing his name called early and often. I feel like a lot of turnovers. We're going to learn who the Cardinals' backups are by the fourth quarter because they're going to be out there. So that's what I feel like it's going to be like in this one.
All right, guys. Obviously, I'm going with the undefeated team here. The Cardinals get this done. This is definitely a game they should win, and the game they will win because they are not just a better team than the Houston Texans. They are a much better team than the Houston Texans, and it'll show. This will, like you said, be a kind of a lot of clips from this game will go in the highlight reel. Believe that because the offense is gonna leave the defense stranded on with poor field position. They're not gonna be very, very productive. So fatigue is gonna make, like my high school football coach said, fatigue makes cowards of us all. They're gonna be the team that's fresher because, like you said, they're gonna have the backups in come the fourth quarter. Yeah, they get it done. Houston, yeah, this is another bump it up game. Bump your parlay up, like you said. Anything to add?
Bump something.
Right. Oh, by the way, do you guys buy or sell the Miami Dolphins making backroom acquisitions to acquire Deshaun Watson?
Deshaun Watson's out of play right now, bro. Ain't nobody touching that shit with a 10-foot fucking pole on it. They can talk about it. At the sheer mention of them flirting with that idea, they crinkled back from that motherfucker and acted like and gave it all the deniability to it. Acted like they didn't even know who he was and shit. They said Deshaun who when they said something about him getting him. So yeah.
Well, let me reiterate something you said. You said the quarterback is a Jalen Mills is a Stanford man that hopefully be good enough to get out of the way of a few of them. I concur on that. I forgot to say this, but I concur on that. I mean, look at what the last Stanford quarterback did. He got all the way out of the way. So yeah, I concur on that. So moving on to the next game, we got the Tampa Bay Bucks. They're at home playing the Chicago Bears. Go ahead, Chad. Can you go first on this one?
I said there's probably 3 games this week I feel comfortable betting on. This is another one. I see the Tampa Bay. The Bears aren't going to go into Tampa Bay and come off with this win. Jalen Hurts, or not Jalen Hurts, but Justin Fields isn't going to be able to come in, and handle that defense. Still being a rookie quarterback. In Tampa Bay, Tom Brady isn't going to just let some rookie quarterback come into his house and beat him anyways. So I'm taking Tampa Bay all the way on
Facts.
this.
Yeah, with 7 rings, he's still disrespected when somebody tries to come into his house on him. Fucking don't give
Especially
a
a
damn.
rookie.
He plays like it's the first season every season and shit. It's wild as fuck. It ain't even fair. Motherfuckers was like, what if he gets injured? I was like, he had a fucking tore like ACL all last season and shit out there to fucking win the Super Bowl. Like it's not even fair. He's cheat coded the game. Uh, this is also ironically the Bucks bourbon pick of the week. You know what I mean? Gotta get the Bucks in there with the bourbon on it and shit. We got
Mm-hmm.
the Michter's sour mash that I've been sipping on over here. Sour mash is a nice little sip on it for sure. Definitely has a little twinge of the sourness to it with all the classic bourbon notes. Goes well with it. But definitely gonna pick the Bucks to do something dirty in this one. Justin Fields, that poor guy, he ain't gonna be able to run fast enough. Levante David, Devin White, they're all way quicker than him on it. I feel like sideline to sideline, so it's going to be a tough game for him. They can't run, so he's going to have to pass, which we're susceptible to. But I just don't think he's got the skill set yet or the feel for the league yet to be able to exploit a disadvantage like that. So I think this is going to be a pretty lopsided win for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, the 2021 Super Bowl champs, back to back.
Listen, dude. Come up with your own thing, okay? Stop trying to do me. You can't. It's ugly. All right.
I'm just correcting it.
This. I ain't go back and forth. Listen. All right. Listen. This is gonna get ugly, like you said. I do agree with you on that. All right. You were right about that. You know, you were absolutely correct. This is gonna get nasty. The Tampa Bay defensive line and linebackers are gonna, they're not gonna finish the game because the authorities are going to remove them from the field for child abuse for what they're gonna do to Jalen or to the quarterback Jalen Mills.
No, no, it's
Justin Fields.
Justin Fields. Okay.
There you go.
Yeah. My bad.
It's all the same.
Yeah, it's all the same. You know what I mean? He's got, you know what I mean? He's a young quarterback who is not patient in the pocket, tries to get out there, tries to do too much, makes a lot of turnovers, is capable of making the big plays, is capable of extending plays, but is he consistent? We don't have enough film to say that he is, and he has more bad ball than he does good ball at this point. So I don't think this is a good ball game for him. And yeah, Tampa Bay does get the win. They don't come out of the NFC though. Anybody have something to add?
Yeah, I wish I had as much faith in life as you do in Trey Lance.
So nobody's got anything. All right, next game. We move on to Indianapolis Colts, and they're playing the 2021 Super Bowl champion San Francisco 49ers. No, just wait. This is on me. Haven't picked against the Niners once this year, and not gonna start this one, cause the Colts ain't gonna go across the country into Santa Clara and beat the damn Niners. No, this is a game that we will look absolutely tremendous in, and the Colts will be stagnant, and we're gonna get a lot of pressure on Carson Wentz. And yeah, this is a game to check. You know what I mean? We had a bye week. I know we're still banged up, but we had a bye. We're a better football team. We got the players and then some enough to beat the Colts. And let me go ahead and cut it. We win. We improve to 3-3, and we get back to 500 on our way to that Lombardi this season. Now you guys can go ahead.
Big game for both teams, really. I mean, with T.Y. coming back, this might be Jimmy G's shot, to finally see a reason why he keeps his job, because I think, he's a couple more bad performances, out the door, another injury out the door. Big statement game for both people. Paris Campbell, the wide receivers for the Colts are getting beat up. He's back on IR. Ty Hilton, his status is unknown. So for right now, I'm going to go with your 49ers, but, if T.Y. Hilton's back healthy, it's going to be a good game. Good statement game for both teams. Both of them need really bad.
Yeah, Yeah, I completely agree with all that. It should be another one of these good games that we talk. I'm glad we got out of the minus 1500 range and shit and got it back closer. Uh, but if you're watching the Colts play right now, man, I don't know outside of Derrick Henry another running back that's playing as good as Jonathan Taylor right now.
For sure.
Like Jonathan Taylor is just racking up yards and catch with through the air, on the ground, touchdowns left and right. Uh, I'm gonna go ahead and give it to the Colts in this one, just to play devil's advocate because I definitely think they stand a chance. This game could go either way, and somebody's got to represent the other side on it because it's a distinct possibility with the way that both teams are playing that the Colts could pull this one off, especially if Jonathan Taylor gets through that second and gets into the secondary. He's gone.
Which, he realized, I think if T.Y. Hilton's there, you can't bring them safeties down the box. You got to respect his speed, getting back there, which will help the Colts running game out a lot more. Like I said, depending on the wide receiver situation, right now I'm going to 49ers, but once they clarify what's going on with their wide receiver situation, get back to me, we might have to switch that up.
All right, we're gonna move on.
Disgust off your face, Marcel.
We're gonna move on.
We're gonna move on. Listen, K.Y. Hilton and Gaylor in the backfield ain't gonna do shit against our defense. We're gonna look great this week. So whatever, you can represent the other side. This is another one of those spite picks that you make. You know what I mean? That you just make to leave it a disgusting taste in somebody's mouth. Mine
this
time.
This, not with this, like you are.
Okay, we'll move on. All right, because I'm done hearing that. You know what I mean?
Looking good though.
He is. He's a lot better than
good.
people give him credit for. They act like he's trash, but he's definitely been serviceable.
Okay, we got Monday Night Football. Monday Night Football, guys, prime time. We got the New Orleans Saints who are coming in favorite against these Seattle Seahawks. 3-2 versus 2-4. I don't care whichever one of you go ahead and take off. Monday Night Football. Monday.
Man, I'm just Geno Smith versus Jameis Winston. You know what I mean? Who'd ever thought? Who'd ever thought that this is what it would come down to in prime time for us to be debating whether or not Rashad Penny's going to be starting and shit on it? Like, just Jesus H Christ on it. It's something special. I give the Saints the nod in this war of attrition on it because the Seahawks just don't have enough people out there, I feel like, on it. Like I said, Chris Carson on injured reserve, Russell Wilson on injured reserve. I mean, Geno's done all right. I mean, but that's all he is an all right quarterback. I like Alvin Kamara in this one to put up some good numbers. And the Saints defense is always solid with Cam Jordan in them. So, yeah, I'll go ahead and give the nod to the Saints in this one.
I'm going to go ahead and just give it out to the Saints as well. The Saints is only going to go as far as Jameis Winston takes them. I mean, that's a scary statement right there to make,
We ain't going far then.
That's a scary statement to make. You got all
this ain't Tallahassee. This ain't Tallahassee, Florida. You feel me? Go ahead.
Yeah, they're only going to go as far as he takes them. I think Alvin Kamara, is going to come back. But, like he said, the Seahawks just are missing so many people, Obviously, Geno Smith, he's a veteran quarterback, been here a long time, but he's no Russell Wilson. He can't take the top off with DK, and the other receivers. So I'm going to give this to the Saints as long as Jameis Winston doesn't do anything ridiculous.
That's a tall order to ask for right there.
For real.
I mean, I'm kind of torn on this one. Honestly, because I know Geno Smith is not a good quarterback. I mean, he's been good enough to keep a job for this long, Absolutely. So you got to take that for account. I didn't even know the damn guy was even still in the league. I was like, he's still in the league. Okay, but yeah, he's still here. He's played for a lot of teams, at least 3. 3 that I can think of. But anyways, man, Jameis ain't a great quarterback either, but I think he's better than Geno Smith. And I think the Rams have more explosive players available than or not the Rams, the Saints. Sorry, have more available players that are explosive because when you put Geno Smith at quarterback, you know what I mean. Does Tyler Lockett and DK's numbers decline? I think Absolutely. They do. I think they do, and I think the rushing game of the Seattle Seahawks has been better, and I think if they had all the pieces that they have had previously, they'd be fighting for, and they might still end up when Russ comes back fighting for, maybe a division crown or a playoff spot, but yeah, I gotta go with New Orleans here. Just because of Alvin Kamara, honestly. I think this is a game because he hasn't had a lot of breakout games, but I think this is one of them.
I agree. And like you said, I mean, a lot of football left when he comes back. I mean, there's 10 games left in the season after this one. So I definitely think they're going to be a player late in the year on it. But just right now, it's not likely, which it's wild that they're an underdog at home. Jameis Winston.
Seahawks is when you expect to do good, almost every year. Them being 2-4 right now is almost kind of unbelievable. They're probably going to take this loss, be 2-5. They're one of the best divisions in football, if not the best division. It's going to be hard for them to climb out of this hole no matter who comes back.
Yeah, I think. I mean, maybe you guys can throw another one in there, but I think this is as far as best division in football. I think it's a two division race right now. I think it's the Niners, the Seahawks, the Rams, and the Cardinals, and I think the Raiders, the Chiefs, the Chargers, and the Raiders, the Chiefs, the Chargers. Who am I leaving out? Denver.
Broncos.
I think that's a good division too. But yeah, I think go ahead.
I was going to say Cleveland, the Bengals, the Steelers, and the Ravens is always one of the top ones I give up there. They're consistently good.
That's up there.
You know what I mean? With the way the Bengals are playing and stuff, it's elevated the division a little bit. They always do really nice in that division.
I mean, I think the Giants, the Eagles, the Cowboys.
He couldn't even say it with a straight face. You see him? He couldn't even say it with a straight face. He was laughing right off rip on it.
Let me stop.
He dog walked it. He talked so much shit about the Washington football team's defense and all that shit. He's gonna try to talk him up at the end just for the sake of his team.
Yeah,
it's shameful.
Yeah, exactly. You just wanted to throw that in there. Hey guys, you guys got anything else to say before we get out of here? That's the games. That's our picks. Anything else to say before we jam?
It's good to be back.
Absolutely, Chad.
Good luck on your card this week. Good luck on these parlays. Some hard games to pick this week. May luck be on your side.
Hey, right back at you two if you guys make bets. Well, again, that's the show. Thank you guys again for being on. We'll be back next week to, discuss how the Cowboys are going to go up north and get crushed by the fucking Vikings. But other than that, championship rounds, stay frosty. Yeah. Yo, this shit is introductory. These lame niggas, they can't really fucking fuck with me. Been at this shit for a motherfucking century. Want a nail biter, still got the victory. Yeah, if you know my history, use your memory, it ain't a mystery. I keep going, bruh. Yeah, just like an Energizer battery. And I don't need no fucking charity. You break your back at a factory, getting injuries. I'm sipping goose, nigga. Daydreaming about my salary. Got the iPhone, what you think, Siri? She replied, there ain't another nigga like me. Fucking right, I got the 18 with me. My nigga boots real nice with that machinery. Hands clean, got a secretary. I dick it down, she said my shit is satisfactory. Got flow like a pulmonary artery. Boss nigga, ain't nobody else in charge of me. New York nigga even used to live in Tennessee. Had to dip cause that wasn't in my prophecy. And I don't vote, nah. Fuck democracy. I just feel like all that shit is a conspiracy. Some match your jealousy with courtesy. Chauncey, 18, bruh, no new nigga policy.